Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Lyceum of Politics once again. Now friends, today I intend to discuss with you an idea of a very important Western political thinker, Karl Marx. Let's discuss today the concept of dialectical materialism by Karl Marx. So without wasting any more time, let's start our journey today and let's discuss dialectical materialism by Karl Marx. So, Karl Marx was born in Germany and he was a philosopher, an economist, a historian, a political thinker and what not. Actually, he was one of the most influential figures of human history. Okay. Now, Karl Marx was one of those dissenters who manifested their frustration against the capitalist system, and he could strongly challenge the existing system of capitalism and its economic vices. So Marx was convinced that the capitalist system would inevitably come to an end, and on the ashes of the capitalist system, the socialist system would emerge successfully. Now, some of his important works are, as you can see on the screen, Das Kapital, the Communist Manifesto that he wrote with his friend Friedrich Engels, The Poverty of Philosophy, a contribution to the critique of political economy, wage, labor and capital, and many more. If you want me to discuss in detail, please let me know. I will discuss all the works of Marx in a separate video. Okay? So, the Marxian view of dialectics grows on the basis on the rejection of the Western idealist philosophical tradition as portrayed by philosophers like Plato, Hegel and many others. But you should not forget that he is indebted to Hegel regarding the concept of dialectics. The concept of materialism was also dealt by Bacon, Feuerbach and others apart from Marx, and therefore it was not an exclusive contribution of Marx. But then what makes Marx's theory of dialectical materialism a unique one? That is something that we will try to figure out in this particular video. But before doing that, I will give you an overview on Hegelian principle of dialectics which inspired Marx on the notion of dialectics so that it becomes easier for you to understand Marxian concept of dialectical materialism. Okay? Now, according to German philosopher Hegel, the knowledge acquired by human mind is not a matter of direct sensory experiences. Okay. He believes that man's knowing is not limited to his sense organs only, but that he has the power to reshape and improve the objects of the external world through his own rational thinking and know them as an integrated whole. Okay, so human mind is not that weak that to be left at the mercy of some facts around him, but his mind is strong and powerful enough to organize reality and to get an integrated whole picture of it. By adopting a purely metaphysical attitude, one would have the power to bring out the real essence of the object and thus can lead to fulfillment of his own as well as the potentialities that are latent in our world. Now, Hegel believes ideas to be the essence of the universe, and he also says that change in the ideas can also lead to change in reality, and this change of the idea takes place through the process of dialectics, and thus reality according to Hegel is recreated by the process of dialectics. So, elaborating on the concept of the essence of an object and how reality of an object can be realized through realization of the essence, Hegel discusses about the thesis, antithesis and the synthesis. What are they? Now, the object's given state of existence signifies what it apparently is, that we can feel or perceive through our sense organs. This is the thesis. Now, negation is the next stage that represents the otherness within the object, that is the antithesis. And finally, remodification of the thesis and the antithesis in such a way that they no more exist as opposites, but they give rise to a new reality is called the synthesis. And this process of change continues until the final state of perfection is reached. So, in this way, the dialectical process leads to recreation of the reality through the process of thesis, antithesis and finally the synthesis. Okay, so now my friends, as you should all remember that Marx was a strict materialistic philosopher and did not resort to any kind of idealist philosophy. So Karl Marx conceived the world to be based on a strict material plane, and concepts like essence, ideas, etc. all are mere derivatives of matter according to Marx, and thus he did not apply the philosophy of materialism on any abstract kind of plane. And according to Marx, the material world of ours is fully knowable, and in order to discover the entire mysteries of this material world, it demands a dialectical approach. So we must resort to the dialectical approach to know the world fully. But remember, Marx did not talk about any kind of idealist approach, but he was totally materialist on this approach. Okay, and apart from that, Marx also talks about 3 laws of dialectical materialism, which I will discuss in my next slide. Now, as I have told you just now that according to Marx, there are 3 laws of dialectical materialism. Let us have a look at those 3. What is the first one? The first one is the transformation of quantity into quality and vice versa. Now, according to this law, change takes place by quantitative transformation until there arises a point beyond which a thing cannot vary while remaining the same. And then it takes a sudden jump and changes in its form entirely. This jump is called a dialectical leap by Karl Marx. See, let me give you an example. Suppose you are putting some water to boil. What you do? You take an utensil, you put some water there, and then you put it on the oven and you switch on the gas. What happens? The liquid starts to boil. And when this liquid water is going to reach 100 degrees centigrade, that temperature beyond which the water will no more remain in its liquid form, but now it will transform into steam, right? So a change in the entire form of the substance water is going to take place, and then the water will start to evaporate. So in the same way, my friends, according to Marx, monopoly capitalism represents the last stage beyond which it cannot develop any further, and ultimately it takes a dialectical leap. And what happens? It changes in form and it changes into socialism. Okay, so this is the first law, the transformation of quantity into quality and vice versa. The second one is the unity of opposites. See, in a capitalist society, there exist 2 main classes. What are they? The bourgeois and the proletariat. And these 2 classes are connected to each other despite of the fact that they are poles apart. They have no match within themselves. But friends, you all know that only when darkness exists, we can understand the value of light, right? So contradictions are always there in the existing society. In the same way, Marx says that these contradictions are very useful to explain the evolution of society. Because the bourgeois exists, the proletariat exists, and it is for the proletariats the bourgeois also has a meaning of existence. So they are opposite, they are poles apart, but they are united. So this contradiction helps Marx to explain the evolution of the society, as I have told you just now. Okay, and the third is negation of negation. See, thesis, antithesis and synthesis. These are forms of stages of development. The thesis breaks down for certain internal contradictions and gives way to antithesis, right? And that also again breaks down, leading to the development of synthesis, which I told you earlier. Okay. So the synthesis, friends, negates the antithesis, which itself is the first negation, and it is the negation of negation. Fine. I hope you could understand. So in this way, through these 3 laws, Marx elaborates the concept of dialectical materialism. I hope you liked the video, my friends. Please press the like button and do subscribe to our channel if you like it. And very soon I will come back to you with many more videos. Till then, never stop learning and keep on exploring. And obviously, if you need any video of your convenience, please let me know. I will surely make videos for you. Bye bye. Take care. I will see you very soon. Bye.